And I see folks that are doing videos and are recording themselves actually entering in the trades on the paper trading application on TradingView, which is great. But they're using leverage that everybody knows that they are not really in a position to afford. So I know it feels cool, it feels flashy, and it might feel like you're playing a video game. I don't want you to have that mindset. I want you to think about how you can make this as boring as possible. Because if you make it boring, you won't be a victim of your emotions. It'll be just like you go to work. I'm not saying you love going to your job, but doing those things that you go to work to do yields you what? That paycheck at the end of the week. That's your minimum expectation. Get to work and do what's expected of you. But you need to treat this just like that. It's a business. So when you're doing your executions, don't be influenced by trolls or hecklers in the comment section saying, oh, well, you're doing micro lots. 1 micro lot. It's not about that size of leverage. It's about you finding the consistency of getting in, knowing what you're looking for in terms of managing the risk, in terms of the points or pips, not the money. Not the money. The money is a derivative of doing the right things. In the beginning, you need to focus on doing the right things. The logic needs to be there, not the reaction emotionally and psychologically to fake demo money. Don't do that. You're actually causing yourself barriers. It really is creating a barrier for you to find success if you do those things. It feels cool. It feels fun. Like, yeah, if I would have been a real trade, I could have made this much money. But you didn't. So let that be the reality. You didn't. So you're really tricking and conditioning yourself improperly, which is the opposite of what I teach my students with backtesting. Whereas I teach my students, when they do their backtesting, in their annotations, they write in there as if they saw the trade happening beforehand. And by doing that, it's like self-talk. You're speaking to your subconscious, and your subconscious is going to refer back to that as a false memory. Because it's a positive reinforcement, it teaches you, because of pattern recognition and over again being exposed to the same elements, and you're reinforcing yourself with your own comments and your own cheerleading. You're fortifying your expectations going forward on this pattern yielding something in the past. Not that it's going to absolutely work in the future all the time, but we as price action traders, we look for signatures that repeat. Nothing is guaranteed that's going to repeat. That's why we have to have stop loss. That way we know that there's risk in this market. Every market in trading has risk. But if you're going to hone an edge or a model, you need to have a framework. And you start by backtesting. That backtesting, in your annotations, you talk about how it feels good to see this move deliver as I was expecting from this fair value gap up to this spot side liquidity pool during the hours of this, and this is what my model suggests I should be looking for each day. Notice I didn't say I was stupid, I was playing video games and I was watching some YouTuber talking about some nonsense and I missed the trade setup. I should have known better. Never do that kind of stuff. Not in your backtesting, not in anything that you're recording in your journal. Everything has to be positive. You're sugarcoating everything in your backtesting. You're tricking your brain to see that as experience. So that way when you see it forming live, you're not going to be in fear and trepidation of, oh, it's going to be a painful experience again. When right now, you don't have that experience yet, but because you keep logging it with back testing, you're filling your brain up with a lot of pseudo memories. So you're doing the ideal utilization of a lie. You're lying to yourself, and trolls wouldn't love this. You're lying to yourself with positive reinforcement. Okay? So that way when you look at something forming in real time, it will be remembered and you won't have any negative triggering because of toxic annotations or toxic thinking. You'll have memories of, oh yeah, I remember seeing that, and your subconscious, you may not see it or understand it or feel it when you're doing it, but your subconscious reverts back to those experiences that you've logged with positive reinforcement. Don't take a demo account and do that same thing with, I'm going to over leverage my demo account and do a size of leveraging that there's no way I would be able to, number one, put the trade on, because I would be too scared, because I'm a new trader and I'm going to be afraid of any fluctuation. If I put on $1 million worth of leverage, I can't really sit through the spread opening up on me when I put the trade on initially, let alone weather the ups and downs as the trade pans out. You're teaching yourself to anticipate a hopeful outcome with ridiculous leverage. And you're teaching yourself that negative drawdown that you're experiencing is not something to be worried about, because you're only looking for the dopamine hit if you did it right. And that video game high score means absolutely nothing in your growth. You've created a speed bump and sometimes a barrier to being consistently profitable. Think. When you do those things, what you're saying is, I'm putting blinders on. I don't really see the real risk here because it's paper money, and I want to show on my video a really high profitability in the end result because you want clout. It's all about clout. You don't want clout. You want consistently profitable. Trust me, being consistently profitable feels a whole lot better than clout on the internet. I don't need everybody to love me. Look at me, I've been here for a long time, and there's a lot of people that hate me for no justified reason. But the point is, none of that stuff causes me to lose any sleep. So don't invite those environments where other people can influence your performance, your expectations on yourself, your model, your trading. None of these jokers on the internet should have any influence on you. None. They don't have it on me. Why? Because I have deep-rooted sound logic in the things that I'm looking for. You all are experiencing that. You're seeing it firsthand. You're seeing it. And it's encouraging. So don't make the mistakes of adding these little things, these flavor enhancers to your experience, and calling them something that they're not, because they're not going to make you better. They're going to actually hurt you by over-leveraging just because you want to see big numbers show up in your trade. Everybody watching knows that you put a demo trade on. They know. So don't parade around with it like it's a big deal. It's not. So the way you make it more respectful to your viewers, and also remove the element of clout chasing. Use the smallest leverage. Let the people that want to heckle, let them heckle. You worry about being consistent.